Alright, well. I guess if we go back here, maybe there's a...
I have a delivery for you.
Hey! Here. Okay, good.
Thanks.
Gimme.
Do you remember anything about Savannah, the paranormal author?
That was a long time ago. Not really.
She must have been here for a while if she was writing about the Ryokon. You don't remember anything?
I remember that she asked too many insensitive questions. I was happy to see her go.
Okay.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
Well done. Okay, nothing weird so far. Bess, usually I bring flowers on a first date, but this time I brought a creepy book about ghosts. Hope your friend wasn't kidding about you wanting this book, because otherwise this date will probably be weird for the both of us. Logan. Oops. Unveiling ghosts. Paranormal investigations from around the world. The Ryokan. Hey. Japan to a girl who grew up barefoot on the front porch of a creaky old house in Savannah is just about the most exotic place there is on Earth. Sometimes in the middle of a stormy night, when the wind is whistling and the tree branches are scratching at the windows, can't talk today, sorry about that, I feel like I am back at the Ryokan. Hey. On those nights, I often wish I'd never visited that charming-looking inn on the outskirts of Kyoto. The second I stepped inside the Ryokan's gate, I suddenly understood why I'd been called in. For those of you who have never been in a haunted place, the feeling is unmistakable. Imagine the sensation of taking a rickety roller coaster through a dense fog. Now multiply that tenfold. The atmosphere inside the Ryokan, however, was even thicker. The inn was washed in an unearthly sense of cold that the fire pit in the lobby couldn't touch. The whole structure radiated uncertainty and dread. Something terrible lived there. The inn was, and still is, run by a truly wonderful family. Takei and her granddaughter Miwako took excellent care of Logan and I, but were both extremely tight-lipped about the history of the Ryokan. I thought Logan said that he came into it after she got out of that. I might be remembering wrong. But we're both extremely tight-lipped about the history of the Ryokan. A neighbor boy, Rentarno, poor Rentaro, was able to shed a little light on the situation. The innkeeper's daughter, Kasumi, recently died under mysterious circumstances. Ever since her death, the inn began to change rapidly for the worse. Takei had begun to worry that her daughter Yurei was haunting the Ryokan. I set up my equipment right away. Luckily, I had my entire EVP kit at the ready. Electronic voice phenomenon. Okay. I placed the microphones in places where I felt the greatest disturbances. By the fire pit in the lobby, behind the old cherry tree in the gardens, by both baths, and in the upstairs hallways. Okay. Sound travels very well in the old Ryokan, so my equipment picked up more conversations than usual, but nothing supernatural. At 2 a.m., however, that all changed. The lights in my room suddenly flickered and cut off. I rushed downstairs to my recorders. I couldn't hear a thing, but the readings were off the charts. Before I could listen to the audio, I saw her. Pale and thin with long black hair, dripping muddy water moving through the shadows. Despite my experience, I froze as she slipped out of sight. I stood there in the lobby until the sun finally came up, half hoping she would reappear, and the other half desperately hoping to never see her again. Excuse me. Takei woke me that afternoon. We had to leave. Kasumi, she said, had changed her mind. Whatever faith Takei had in me the day before was now gone. I doubt I was the only one to see a ghost the night before. I gave her my card and told her to call me back if she ever changes her mind. I doubt she will, and I have to admit, I'm a little relieved. On the bus to the temple the next morning, I reviewed the EVP tapes. What I heard sounded like 100 voices repeating a single word in Japanese. I pulled out my transliterated phrasebook. The words simply meant leave. It's the kind of message you only want to hear once you're long gone. I still sometimes worry about the Shimizu family, and I can't help but wonder what it must be like for them during those long nights when the woman I saw in the shadows is awake. Hi, Fenny. Some creepy shit, huh? Yeah? Yeah, creepy shit. Okay. That is some really creepy shit. I don't like that. So... that's fun. I need to figure out a way to get that password thing open. Because I'm pretty sure that'll get me into the computer. Hi, Fanny. Yep, you want up on my lap? Come on. Come on. Incoming cat? Come on. Come on. Cats, I swear. Alright. Actually, let's go back up to the room. Since I don't think Nancy will let me call. Oh! I accidentally smacked my cat on the head as she was trying to jump up. I am sorry, Fanny. I'm sorry. Oh, you're going... oh. Okay, well. She used me as a bridge. That's fine, I guess. And she knocked out my earbuds. Cool. Okay. May as well call.
Hi.
Hey, cool!
I found watery footprints in my room.
Did you see them appear? Or were they there and you found them?
They were already there.
Easy to fake.
Well, at least that's good.
Why's that?
To make wet footprints appear, you just need a wet foot and something to put it on. But when they just start appearing out of the blue, ain't nothing too good about that, especially considering what happened to the previous innkeeper.
True.
What do you mean?
I know you ain't the superstitious kind. Otherwise you'd be long gone by now, but it ain't always good to talk about the dead, especially those not at rest.
What is a yure?
It's a vengeful spirit that never knew justice here on the earth.
Oh, good.
They're said to be the spirits of those who've been wronged, and they're caught up in the worst moment you can imagine. They're very angry and very, very dangerous. If that's what you're dealing with there, you best be very careful.
Have you run across someone rigging doors to slam before?
Sure. Now that one's older than the hills.
What's the best way to do something like that?
Oh, plenty ways. You can use remote control, wire and pulleys. One place I went even used air pressure, if y'all can believe that mess.
That makes sense. What should I keep an eye out for?
Anything that looks out of place.
Okay.
Do you remember what room you stayed in at the Ryokon?
I know that was so long ago, I don't even have the slightest.
Do you remember anything?
I remember I was on the second floor, and it had this strange passageway in it, but that's about it. I got the impression they weren't too crazy about having me stay there. So maybe you should check the records for a room that they don't let out to customers.
A passageway? To where?
Interesting.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I don't really remember exactly where it went. Down into the basement, maybe? Unfortunately, I didn't have much time to explore the room before I had to leave.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything else about your stay here?
Not much to tell. I had to leave too soon. Such a sweet family. I hate to think of what those poor girls are going through. Losing their mother so young and then having them hauntings to deal with.
Yeah, it's not great.
How did you get into ghost hunting?
I guess you could say I was born into it. My daddy'd always drag me with him to these spooky old houses looking for broken down things to fix up. I guess that's where I got my start.
Okay.
Standing in those old falling apart houses. It was hard not to imagine ghosts coming around every corner. Used to scare me something bad, but somewhere along the road all the fear turned to curiosity.
I really like Savannah.
Logan told me you're writing a second ghost hunting book.
Now that ain't true.
Something happened to make you stop writing the book, didn't it?
Yes.
What happened?
Nancy, I like you. So I ain't ever gonna tell you why. But I will tell you this. Don't go looking in dark corners unless you're ready to live with knowing what's hiding there.
You know, that's fair.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye, Nancy.
I will leave you alone. Okay. Oh. I couldn't ask about the one thingies. Hold on. probably call her back, actually. Because I should be able to ask about...
Savannah here.
Well, I guess it could be just the room thing. But...
What is the scariest thing you've seen while ghost hunting?
The really scary things are the ones you'll never see. But I guess one of the most frightening places I've been was this little town in the middle of nowhere in Germany. I was there writing a chapter on an old castle that the locals all said was haunted. Hundreds of years ago, the castle had belonged to this terrible family that had a reputation for all sorts of cruelty. And at first I didn't believe the stories, but the more exploring I did, the more I started to see some of the terrible things that had happened there. All those stories, they were true. Didn't find any ghosts. That would have been better, I think.
I get it.
What happened that made you give up ghost hunting?
It wasn't just one thing. It was a lot of things, really. My daddy used to tell me, Sugar, y'all be careful what you go looking for in that big old world. Chances are, you're gonna find it.
What did you end up finding?
It ain't what I found, honey. It's what found me.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said, and that's the last you're getting out of me on the topic. You got anything else you need?
I should go.
You take care now.
So it sounds like something may have followed her, just spooked her so bad that she was, like, done. Which, you know what? I understand.
Hey,
Have you ever heard of EVP?
electronic voice phenomenon? That whole if you go to haunted places and record the ambient noise, when you turn it way up, you'll hear things that are too quiet for the human ear. Ghosts, specters, all sorts of baddies. Nonsense if you ask me. But still, the idea sort of gives me the creeps.
Huh?
Savannah mentioned it in her book. I wonder if you know how I could try it out.
Oh sure, I got something that can do that. I've got a bunch of little recorders actually. I'm trying to find the right one to record new sounds for the Rentaro 4000. Here you go.
Thanks.
All you have to do is hook it up to the speakers over there. I have a program that edits out dead audio. Ooh, bad pun. It'll cut right to the parts that actually have recorded sound. Oh, and once I've got it fixed, you have to check out the new recorder I sort of reverse engineered a little.
Okay, what's it do?
It's awesome. High data wireless transfer. Here's something you like, just push a button. It zips it to your computer. If you want to send everyone a message, you just speak into it, push send all, and it shoots what you've recorded to everyone's voicemail inbox. Very, very cool.
That is kind of cool.
I just gotta keep fussing with it.
Yumi said that you want to move to the city.
Well, yeah. I mean, given the choice, everyone wants to live in the city. The country is fine, the mountains are great, but you look at one and you pretty much got it figured out. It's big, it's rocky, it's a mountain, case closed. But the city is interesting and quirky and confounding and amazing.
What do you want to do in Kyoto?
Since I was a kid, I wanted to work in the tech sector.
Huh?
But now, everything's moving so fast. And in 10 years, I can't even imagine. And you've got to be there to be a part of it.
You know, I get it.
Why doesn't Miwaka want to move into
Heck,
the
it's
city?
moving so quick, I
Your
can't.
guess is as good as mine. I've been trying to figure that one out for a long time. Considering everything that's happened here, why would anyone want to stay?
What do you mean?
Okay, cool.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
Bye!
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I just want to take a minute to ask that if you haven't already, please take a second to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And if you're looking to show even more support, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below this video. You can see everything you get right here on the screen, and I'm always looking for more perk ideas from you guys, so let me know what you'd be into. I think that's about it. Bye guys!